Clock, 14-second shot clock. You get the free throws, a 4-point shot, and of course, we are definitely going to see some bring to fire action today in this All-Star game. One thing I like about the All-Star game here, you wear the uniform of your team, not a special uniform. I like that.
I love it too. Can I say this too? In Dwight Howard's interview with Chris Haynes, I read off the accolades in which he accomplished in the NBA, and he's got future Hall of Fame, okay, no doubt. But the excitement for him to not only just be in Orlando, but to be playing in the BIG3 in the All-Star game says something about how much this league has grown since 2017. And the favorite for the MVP came out.
He heard
right off the bat.
The streets were talking, and Jordan Crawford said, I got to deliver. Yeah, I like your pick. And there's the play. And see, it doesn't matter who Dwight Howard plays with. Bro. Just throw it by the rim.
And I thought Dwight, from game 1 to game 8, got better and better and got more accustomed, as you see a beautiful pass inside, of how the BIG3 operate, the physicality. You're not going to get all the calls. And as he got better, so did the LA Riot.
A 4. Back iron looked good, though.
Well, he did a lot of that during the course of the season.
Yeah, shot it well.
Yeah.
Guys are, we're going to see a lot of 4s today. Oh, Dwight Howard missed the dunk. Pargo for 4. Oh, yeah.
Now, but wouldn't it be something, too, for Dwight's return, and he just has this spectacular game and ends up getting MVP?
It will be. No doubt. Here's your guy.
Yeah.
Crawford. Oh, with the sky hook. You're getting a chance to see how talented these guys are. Pargo again. Back-to-back 4s. Just a little bit short. Monroe still doing his roll. Oh, he's going to get busy from 3. There it is right there, holding that follow-through.
Well, here's the beauty about the All-Star game. The typical rules of team basketball don't apply, so Greg Monroe can step out. Dwight Howard can do this all day long. I ain't saying he's going to make them, but a little bit more freedom to explore his game from the outside.
But eventually, it'll settle in, and they'll try to win.
Yep.
Here's Earl Clark. Good season, even though their team just wasn't the same as we're used to, but he brought it every night.
Yeah, I was surprised, too, with Trilogy not having an impactful season because of the talent that they have, especially with that young man, Earl Clark.
Oh, Howard. Right? He's loving them 4s.
That's going on. What's going on?
Here's Crawford on Pargo. Over to Monroe. Gets the handoff. Gets it out to Rice in the corner. In and out. Dwight Howard going back to 4 again.
You know what he did.
Gets it out to Clark. Gets that Hezzy.
Mid-range.
Mid-range assassin. Yeah. That's a little long. Good hustle by Jordan Crawford. Skips it. Everybody running to that 4-point line right now. Rice talking a little bit. And all these guys at one point in time, you know, had a major impact for their team.
Now, when you talked about it with Jordan Crawford, Dwight Howard, and Monroe, they all played in the semifinals last weekend. You know, attempting to get to the championship game, didn't get there, but yet and still showed up, you know, for this special occasion. Here was the All-Star game.
Crawford back to Rice. Rises, sticks it. Rice didn't shoot the ball well this season.
No.
Still had a good year, though. Really ran his team well.
Much better shooter than he did, you know, displayed during the course of the season, like you talked about.
Howard for 3, checks the line. Checks the ball, goes up. Monroe rebounds. Another 3 from Monroe. No, he decks the ball, pulls it back. Step back 3. Along with it. Here's Crawford. On his teammate. Behind the back. Rice for 3. In and out, but Monroe gets it back and finishes it. And that'll be the quarter break. Very early, team 3. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of a break. 16-8, and when we return, Ice Cube, we'll have a chat. He's loving life right now. Championship game after the All-Star game.
The Big 3 on CBS Sports is sponsored by Red Lobster, real happiness served daily. And by Target, delivery when you want it. Just tap Target.
Gotta love this day. Someone's gonna be a champion. Let's send it over to Rachel Nichols with Ice Cube.
Thank you so much, Scal. This has got to be such a fun moment for you, the culmination of what's really been an incredible season. As you look back, what's sort of your highlights here?
Well, I mean, it's just an amazing time, amazing time for the league. It's great that we can show our all-star game and our championship game on the same day. We're the only league that does that. The cream of the crop is here in Orlando today.
Yeah, you had Dwight Howard returning back to Orlando, which you just talked about, big moment. Although he's taking all these shots from the 4 spot right in front of you. What are you saying to him as he's doing that?
Oh, that's fun. That's what's about the Big 3. You can show parts of your game you might not have been able to show in the NBA. So you got to pull out everything out your bag out here.
As long as we get one good dunk from him.
Got to get one good dunk. I think we already got it, but we want another one.
We'll take it, for sure. When you look forward for this league, I mean, last week the ratings were incredible. There's already great energy in the building today. What do you think is to come? How big can this league get?
Oh, man, the sky's the limit. People want it. People love it. The ratings show it. And, who wouldn't want more hoops in the summer right before the NFL starts, So it's the perfect time, perfect game, perfect players, perfect league.
All right, well, we got a perfect finals coming up. These two teams have a lot of bad blood between them. Should be really feisty. Who's your pick to be the champion this year?
Oh, man, I just pick a good game. Both of them, I wish they both can win, but they can't. So we'll see. I'm observing with everybody else.
Spoken like the CEO, neutral right down the middle. Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Thanks, Rachel.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Rachel. Yeah, I'm excited about the championship game as well. I mean, there's just a lot of bad blood, and we'll get into all that when we lead up to the game. But I don't know if we've ever had a championship game with this much bad blood.
I don't think so. I think also too is just because the teams battled in Miami. Michael Beasley probably wasn't at his best, and you see the matchups here. I mean, with Michael Beasley, Lance Stevenson, Montrezl Harrell, Azir Cole. For Miami, they're playing for a lot of, and we'll get into that when the championship starts. But this is, think about now, Azir Cole last year played with Michael Beasley in the championship game, and they lost. So it's a lot of
nuances. They didn't want him back, and that got him upset. They picked Lance Stevenson over him, and I mean, when they won that game and all the trash talking, it's not like we could predict that they were going to match up, but it's something that you have to think about when. If you're going to do Michael Beasley's dance and you're going to talk trash after the game, you're going to face it. You could face the team in the finals, and that's exactly what happened.
Well, it's two, I think, critical matchups to me. Nazir Kaur, Lance Stevenson when Lance gets in the game. But then early on, it's Reggie Evans guarding Montrezl Harrell, who I thought did an excellent job until he got in foul trouble in that first game. And that allowed Harrell with more space. So
yeah, and then Harrell, he ended up going off from that point on. So it's just a lot of sidebar stories in the championship game. They'll bring the fire here, but Jonathan Simmons would go right to the line. Man, he had a really good season for the Ball Hogs.
He did.
We're so used to Kevin Murphy being the guy, the face of the team, but Simmons really just positioned himself as an elite player in this league.
When you think about it, he was in the conversation probably midway through as potentially, if they continue to win, from an MVP perspective,
Sessions gets the steal. Another thing that I like about the Big 3 is there's guys that played in the league, but there's a lot of guys that are really good who a lot of normal people might not know. I thought Sessions was going to try Dwight Howard on that one.
Yeah, he thought differently. but that's the beauty about, here's the thing, in the NBA, because it's such a numbers game, it's a lot of talented players that don't get a chance to scratch the surface or a roster. Or if they do, it's for a limited time. Mm-hmm. You've been around it, Brian. We've been blessed to play this game. But how many talented people we know, because of the numbers, because of timing, didn't really get their shot?
For sure. It's hard to explain to people, like Sessions could score 60 in a Drew League game. Mm-hmm. I couldn't score 10. But I played 11 years because I fill a role,
exactly.
But he's like a star player, and it's hard. Those guys are, 1 in a million, you know what I mean? And it's hard to be those type of guys in that league, but at this league, he gets a chance to do his thing.
Well, but he's been such a value add to the Big Three because of the reputation that Session had brought to the table. That brings a cachet, a nuance, but also followers, which you want, especially from a demographic. Hugh talked about the viewership last week, between 18 and 49. You know, unbelievable. And really, 18 to 34 is skewed really high, especially on the social network, for the Big Three.
Yeah. I mean, all my friends watch it.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. There's Simmons. Good D by Session. It's going to be white ball. Right inside. Simmons with the fade. This is definitely a bring the fire moment.
Are you going to do it? Are we going to see anything?
I don't know.
Swaggy on his phone right now. He ain't even paying attention. Swaggy like, listen, man, I got the 7:15 flight back to LA. What we doing tonight when we hit the streets?
Oh, man.
I tell you what, Swaggy turned into a heck of a coach, man.
He did.
I mean, when he took over, you know, and then kind of started getting the chalkboard in his hands, being creative with the offense. I mean, his play design really has, man.
I always, when I watch his team and the plays that he designed, it's centered around the talent of his team. He's not just running plays; he's running plays to fit, you know, Jordan Crawford's skill set.
Well, I think it says a lot too, because we got enamored with the Swaggy P, that whole persona, and then sometimes that big time shot right there. You forget about the player and the intelligence that he has because of the different personality of who he is.
Here's Jordan Crawford, our pick to win MVP. I'm with you. He came over. He was on one about last week. And he knocked down a big three in the corner. So that's the end of the first half with the score 25-16, Team 3. So we'll return to Orlando right after these messages. But you're watching the 2025 Big 3 All-Star Game presented by Simply Spike Bold. Saturday at 3:30 Eastern on CBS, it's big time at Beaver Stadium. Our Big Ten season begins with Nevada taking on number 2, Penn State. It all begins at 2:30 with State Farm College Football today. That's all Saturday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Right now, Team 3 dominating 25-16. You call Team 3 to win it. You call Jordan Crawford to be the MVP. He's got 7 points right now.
But it's all fun, but you talked about this too. Let's see how competitive these teams get now in the second half.
Yeah.
We had the fun in the first half. We shot a lot of fours. Let's see if it was a conversation at halftime to kind of make it a little bit more serious and really play some ball.
Now the juiciest moment of the half brought to you by Simply Spike Bold. 21 and over, contains alcohol. Celebrate responsibly.
Well, here's the first play, the alley-oop, and you called it. Doesn't matter who the guard is. If Dwight Howard is able to clear some space, just throw it up the rim, and Superman still can finish with the best of them.
Chris Haynes, what do you got?
Guys, I did some deep digging. I was able to get information from Nick Young, and he told me that the individual who was calling him during the game was his mom. He said she called him repeatedly, and he finally had to text her and let her know, Mom, I'm coaching. I'll hit you back after the game. I asked him, I said, is that going to go well? Is that a valid excuse to call her back? Said, no, she'll probably be mad, but she get the point.
Hey, man.
Mom ain't watching?
Listen, you know how many times my mother called me during the game? I'm like, Mom, you know I'm working. What channel is it on? Where? I can't find it. I'm like, it's on CBS, bro.
Rice has already knocked down one corner three. There's another one.
Yeah.
You're right. White. Team Big is going to have to figure this thing out. Oh, good steal. It goes to Clark. Superman with the dunk.
I think in these instances, too, we see it. The team that really wants to lock in and play a little bit more harder on defense, ends up getting the breaks and wins the game.
Monroe, he'll clear it over to Crawford. Back to Monroe behind the 3. Moving that ball. Jordan Crawford right in the face of Dwight Howard.
10 points.
Here we go, Clark again, looking to go to work. Oh, good high hands, but Dwight Howard underneath throws it down. Just another level.
Yeah, Rice Jr. had no chance right there. Wrong place at the wrong time.
Dwight Howard with 8. Could be a quiet MVP candidate.
Let me ask you this, because we talked about Reggie Evans, we were off camera, okay? Like the original. You were original back in 2017. As you've seen this league grow and players come and go, but the drafting process has changed so much.
Oh, yeah. I think the league getting younger, I think it's twofold. The league got younger, got better, and then I think some of the older guys started taking it more seriously. Meaning, guys that would be like, I'm not going to play in that league. All of a sudden, it's like, no, I'm definitely going to do it. So I thought it had to get better first, and that's what it did. By year 2, it got better. By the time it was year 4, there was some elite talent in the league.
Well, you talked about this. We saw Pargo hit the 4-point shot. He got a chance right here, okay? I thought Cube and Jeff Quanez, because they wanted the league for former players 30 and older at the beginning. But they realized there was a lot of players who played overseas and played in CBA, in the G League or whatever, that could play, like Jeremy Pargo.
Correct.
You know, so if you limit it just the NBA, there's a whole segment of players who can play that may have touched it a little bit or just played overseas. But I think the drafting process. Okay, Pargo.
And just like that, they're up by 1.
How about that?
The value of the 4-point shot. So I think that allowed a guy like Jordan Crawford to say, no, I'm going to go get in this league.
Exactly. And he had years in the NBA.
Correct. Right, he was the player of the week in the NBA one week.
Yep.
Here's another 4 by Pargo.
Square up. Monroe doesn't really want to play some D out that way. Crawford, quick D. But then also, too, I think the captains at the beginning were like, I'm gonna draft some players of my boys.
I knew these guys are the guys I know.
Yep. Now it's like, okay, guys got to come in shape, and I'm drafting a guy like Dwight Howard that understands how to play and how to win. You know what I mean?
It's about recruiting.
Exactly.
Dwight Howard and explaining to him, here's what we're going to do. It's a good league, and so it's just going to continue to grow and get better. And the talent is off the charts right now.
No, it is, man. I can't wait to see after this record-breaking year what the talent pool at the Combine looks like next year.
Because Dwight Howard got fouled, but didn't call it. They late whistle.
Man, we go back to this play again. Once Dwight is able to clear some space in this Pargo to Howard once again and above the rim, easy money.
Pargo's always been really good at that, no matter who was on his team.
Yeah.
Whether it's Ryan Hollins or, whoever, all the bigs he's had. If he's getting downhill, he knows how to throw that ball up above the rim.
But he's always played the game, and like his brother, like a point guard. Look to set up the offense, play great on-ball defense, and if you need me to score, I can do that. But my main objective is to get my team in a situation where we can be effective offensively.
Session, no good. Ran down, Pargo again, in and out. Crawford going back to that 4. Brewer, one of the better defenders in this league.
Quick team.
Yeah, he did it again.
Because you saw Howard.
Back-to-back buckets where he goes up quick before the guy can gather. Another lob. Pargo's a premier point guard in this league.
But, you know, the thing about Pargo, it's the timing in which he releases the ball.
Yeah.
He takes that extra dribble. He'll drag it out a little bit. He'll force a defender who's guarding Howard to have to make a decision. When he's not there, he just throws it up at the right time.
I thought Detroit Amps had a really good year. You know, the fact that they lost Joe early. He was playing well, by the way. Talking about an OG of this league. And then you also had Shakur Houston. He got hurt and almost gave him like no chance to get to the playoffs.
No, because they kind of, when Shakur was playing, I mean, they ended up 4-4, but they weathered the storm, I thought, relatively well when Joe got hurt to see Brewer in the corner. But then another injury. You know how this league is, man. You're limited on roster spots anyway. Now you got to have some replacements. You're past that time and the Stevens inside. You know,
I'm loving a two-man game right now.
But that's, to me, in big three, in 3-on-3 basketball, if you can really work that two-man game with a shooter and a big that's versatile like that, it's a tough play to stop.
All right, 40-37. Now comes the sprint to the end. I'm expecting big-time defense for the last 10 points. Stevens with the layup. Loving the two-man action right now. Let's see who figures out a way to get the win. We'll be right back.
Just Blaze, your rebel on the beat.
Alliances are crumbling, and the game has never been this mysterious. Expect the unexpected on Big Brother tonight, Wednesday, and Thursday on CBS. Big run by Team Big. They're up right now, 40-37. Power move presented by Swiffer Power Mop.
Well, it's been about the 4-point shot. How about this? So Jeremy Pargo has 12 points, 4 3-pointers, right? I mean, 3 4-point shots. He didn't have one all season.
It's crazy.
It's bananas.
And he's got 5 assists.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down to Rachel Nichols.
I am here, guys, with Myles Garrett. Fresh off the preseason game. I know you didn't play, but come on, you know. You've got a huge season coming up. What do you guys feel like as you're heading into the NFL? It's about to kick off.
So one more time.
I said, a lot of expectations on the Browns for this season. What do you feel like going on as you're about to head into the opener?
Well, expectations I have are always to go to the playoffs and then make a run from there. So they're going to roll as I do, so I can continue to keep the standard high and keep the culture as strong as possible.
And not just at your expertise, my Defensive Player of the Year friend. Before yesterday's game, you actually took a little quarterback shot there. You threw the ball all the way to the end zone. Maybe you could be QB1 with all the discussion there.
Hey, maybe there's a package out there for me to play QB, running back, fullback, whatever it is. I feel like I can do it on that football field, so I didn't need the opportunity.
Well, I love that you're here watching today. What do you think of the Big Three so far?
I like the energy. No, it's a packed house. I just can't wait to see my brother out here doing his thing.
You played basketball in high school. You lettered in the sport. I know you've got a minority interest in the Cavs, too. Do you feel like you could ever come out here and actually play?
Eventually. But I got to get that clear with AB and the team first.
I would think it would be after the contract, but I don't know, man. You could end up here one day.
I can see it happening. I mean, if he's still doing it, I'd love to be playing with him sometime. But I can definitely see myself on the court one day.
I love hearing that. All right, future casting guys over here. We got Myles Garrett coming up in the Big Three. I don't know, 5, 10. We'll see. We'll see how many years from now.
Yeah, we're not counting for the hats,
I love it. All right, thank you so much, Myles. Appreciate it.
I wouldn't want to play against him. Those guys are freaks of nature.
I know, bro. But how many former basketball players or tight ends? Jimmy Graham. Of course, newly inducted Hall of Famer Antonio Gates.
Yep. I heard Tony Gonzalez could play a little bit.
Tony could play. Yeah. How about Julius Peppers?
Peppers could play, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
We had Gronk at the All-Star game. We can cut him off the list. That's a no.
That's a hard no. if you need,
we're bringing the fire.
If you need fouls, okay, finally.
Swaggy P hits that button, and he's going to bring the fire. Brought to you by Red Lobster.
And this is what makes this league so great right here.
You can challenge a foul. You don't like it. Players go one-on-one. We'll count of 2, 3, or 4 points. Each team gets 1 challenge per half.
Corey Brewer a little tricky with his offensive game.
Yes, sir.
Watch him bring the old school stuff. Watch.
Oh, there's the rock the baby
told
with
you.
the hook. There you go. A special thank to our partners, Red Lobster, who has been bringing the heat all summer long as the official sponsor of the Bring the Fire Challenge.
Yeah, defense wins out once again.
He rocked the baby a little bit.
I think Corey was trying to get that footwork together.
The jab and go.
Yeah.
Glenn Rice Jr. had a 3 that sent his team to the finals last week. He said it still stings. There's Stevens, lays it up. No call.
No call.
No foul at all, but he got the bucket.
Okay.
Team 3, 41-40. There's Simmons getting that Dwight Howard pick. Uses his body over Session. He can score it.
Right, he's 3rd in the Big 3 this year. Over 18 points a game. So he proved that from a scoring perspective, he can be your anchor.
Oh, blocked by Howard.
There it is.
Back to Howard, throws it down.
18 points.
Superman is in the building.
Okay.
18 and 10 for Howard. Session, looking at that 4, turns the corner, elevates. Howard at the rim, denied.
Well, you go back to it. Stevens inside, and Dwight is able to get the block in. Simmons showing off some of his playmaking ability to Superman. We said at the beginning of the game, wouldn't it be something if Dwight Howard ends up getting the MVP on his return back to Orlando?
The force Session left, pulls up. Good rebound by Howard, that's his 11th. Simmons to Brewer, up top to Howard. Switches to the left, no good. Glenn Rice Jr. hangs, late pass, lets it fly. No good, another rebound from Howard. Dismisses Glenn Rice Jr. Dwight Howard just calls his own timeout. Not a bad timeout, but we'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this for the finish. Welcome back, Dwight Howard. Got us team up. Team Big 44-41. For the first time ever, the MTV Video Music Awards are on CBS, hosted by LL Cool J. Don't miss the live TV event of the year. Sunday, September 7th, live on CBS and on Paramount Plus. All right, you know, coming up next, right after this, we got the championship game. Guys locked in. Montrezl Harrell, Nasir Kaur getting ready. Now his body bag, he'll have his hands full against Michael Beasley. Oh, Howard showing you the left hand.
Whatever Dwight Howard's upset about, I think it was some fouls inside that he felt should get called. He did the right thing, go right to the basket. Another opportunity here for Dwight. He got that foul and won MVP.
They're calling it right now. 48.
Find a man that's hot. Corey Brewer could have forced up a shot, but it was Dwight Howard right in the middle and he's showing off the guns.
You know what? We also got to give Nancy Lieberman credit. She does it again. At halftime, you're looking at this saying no chance. And she makes whatever adjustment she makes, she gets her team to figure out this league. She's Coach of the Year for a reason.
Yep.
Here's Jordan Crawford. Hits the rim. Brewer has to clear it. Who's going to hit the game winner?
Come on, Dwight. Give it to Dwight. Have him pull up for a jump shot.
Here's Howard outside with the inside out. Goes up strong. No good. Brewer gets it back on the drift, and that's ball game. With his signature wave goodbye to the crowd. In the second half, Team Big outscores Team 3, 35-16.
Well, you ended on an 11-0 run, a lot due to this man, Dwight Howard, but not to be denied, it was Corey Brewer, the savvy vet, turnaround, jump shot, sayonara. See you later.
There's the signature wave. We saw a lot of that last year
as
they won the championship.
But I think you called it at halftime. We're going to see a more competitive second half. And once again, it was Nancy Lieberman kind of leading the charge with her team. And how about Dwight Howard, man? Welcome to the league. 23 points, 13 rebounds, All-Star MVP, first-time All-Star. And the joy and excitement on his face just says a lot, man. It really does.
I agree. I think he's going to be really excited about next season as well.
Yep.
All right, let's send it over to Chris Haynes, who's with the MVP.
Dwight, the MVP, back home here in Orlando, man. How was this experience for you?
It was so much fun, man. I couldn't wait to get out here and play this game in front of my fans, my son, my kids out here. So it was a lot of fun, and to get MVP, it means the world to me.
Man, Dwight, you were taking those 4-point shots out there, man. You was trying to get at least
I was trying to get 2 of them today, but it wasn't my day for the 4-pointers. But I'm glad we got this win in front of my fans here, and I'm just so happy to be at home. I love you, Orlando.
Dwight, I got look. Get a shot of this MVP. I won't know the trophy, MVP backboard. What do you think about it?
This is so amazing. Like, wow, this is better than having a little trophy. Yeah, for real.
A little trophy.
Yeah, a little trophy. This is nice. I can still hoop in my house now. So thank you, Q.
Dwight, congratulations, brother. Thank you guys, man.
All right, once again, final score 51-41, and coming up next, the Big 3 championship game between Miami 305 and Chicago Triplets. You're watching the 2025 Big 3 All-Star Game presented by Simply Spiked Bold.